Hi friends, it's Suzanne from sunstampin.com. Welcome back to my Paper Pumpkin Alternative Catch-Up series. I'm trying to get back on track with my Paper Pumpkin subscription. I want it to go from this to some beautiful masterpieces. I hope that I can offer you some gentle motivation to catch up yourselves if you're like me. And if you're not like me and you just like the design, why not create something similar with the supplies that you have in your stash? I'm headed to my sketchbook to try to create a design sketch for this box. All right, friends, here we have the Welcome In Paper Pumpkin Kit for June of 2023. Has a lovely stamp set and has a whole bunch of components. Matches with a suite in the annual catalog. It was supplies for 9 cards and 9 envelopes, and the coordinating colors are Balmy Blue, Boho Blue, Calypso Coral, Daffodil Delight, Early Espresso, Misty Moonlight, Night of Navy, and Old Olive. So here is my book. It's actually kind of hard to draw like fun folds, but that's what this is going to be. There's going to be, it's like the, it's sort of, I don't know how to explain it. The front part is going to open like a card, but the back part where that dotted line is going to be a score line. It's going to fold backwards. So we're going to decorate that as well. And that part is going to have sort of the sentiment piece. So that sentiment piece is going to be stuck to the back. So you fold it backwards and the front piece sort of flaps out. You'll see. All right, so this is, I'm cutting down my cardstock to match 7.5 inches long. So I'm cutting off an inch, and it is 5.5 inches tall. I'm going to score at 3 1/4 and 6 1/2. So once I get that all scored, so that is going to be our flappy backwards score. And I had to wrap my head around it too. So there it is. It's folded on one side and it's a flappy back fold. So here I have some of the card from the kit, and I sized this one up at 3 inches wide, 5 1/4 inches tall. And then I made a cardstock piece that was just a little bit bigger. I think that's 3 1/8 and 5 and something, 3 something eighths. I didn't write that one down. Anyway, it's just it's a smidgen bigger than the other. So I'm just making sure it all fits. That's how I sort of operate. And I sort of, yeah, that looks perfect. So then I rip apart an envelope. I have often said, if you've ever watched Star Trek, you know that the yeoman in the red shirts, like the old Star Trek with like Captain Kirk, and you know the yeoman, as soon as they say, oh, this is yeoman so-and-so, you know that one's a goner, right? So my envelopes are like my yeomans. So I am cutting off a piece here that is 3/4 inches wide and 5 1/4 inches tall. So this is to go on my back flappy piece. And then I'm going to put a little piece of cardstock. Actually, this was a card base from the kit. And it's Night of Navy, so I thought it worked perfectly. I could pull a Night of Navy cardstock, but why bother? I'm happy doing this. So, and that one was 1/2 by 5 inches. So I miscut there, so I have to trim it off in a minute. So we're going to adhere everything together and get this card started. You've got stuff to do. You need to move on with your life. And so I'm adhering everything all together. And again, this was a basic white card base, thick basic white. It's on special right now, just FYI. A lot of the papers are on special from Stampin' Up! For the next couple of days. If you're watching this in the past, or the future, just never mind what I just said. All right, so you can see how I'm putting it all together. And honestly, you know what, guys? This, just because this is a paper pumpkin does not mean that you can't do this in your own cards. Like, just take the idea, run with it. And, you know, tag me in it if you post it online, because I'd love to see what you did. All right, here's that flappy part that I was talking about. So this is a die cut that comes in the kit. And I think I just pencil marked it. I'm like, okay, that's it. So, and then what I usually do is try to give like a actual measurement. So that little pencil mark was real close to the 3-inch mark. So I just moved it to 3 inches. So we have adhesive only on one side. Now I didn't want to take all of the striping away. So I did just a sort of like a little smidgen of that Night of Navy. And I just felt that looked a little bit better, having just a little bit. But that's the mechanism. See, it's hard to draw that. You try drawing that. That's not super easy. All right, so there's a little vase in the kit. So this is a single layer, and I'm pretty sure that these dimensionals came from the last kit, but I'm using them up. So yeah, I think these ones came with like little long ones. Anyway, this I'm doubling up on my dimensionals. So the first vase was single layer. This is double layer on one side, and then I sneak in a small little dimensional and adhere that all together. I don't have any flowers, so I'm like, oh, what am I going to use for flowers? Then here I just put some adhesive dots. So and then I'm like, oh, geez, I forgot the sentiment. So here is a sentiment strip. There is a really tiny little thing that says friend, stamp, I should say. And this was the little piece that the kit comes with, this adhesive strip. And I put this on my card and I hated it. So I just cut off the little pennant ends or the fishtail ends or whatever, and I liked it much better. So I don't know why. Probably because of the blunt like rectangles on that flappy part. I don't know. It didn't seem like a banner end would work. So anyway, thank you so much for watching and listening to me to droll on. I will see you next time. Bye for now.